Hey guys, it's Kara. I just wanted to pop on really quick, introduce myself again and say I'm back. So I am back from Atlanta. Ty and I had a wonderful time up there. He did fabulous, graduated from the program and is doing very well, transitioning all of what he learned in Atlanta back at home. So I am back full force with my Stampin' Up business, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who stuck with me for the last 2 months. If you purchased from me in June or July, you will be receiving a small little thank you token from me just to say, thanks for sticking with me. Y'all have lots of choices when it comes to Stampin' Up demonstrators, and it means the world to me that you stuck through this this little hard time, not hard time, but this little lull, I'll say, a little lull of business for me. So thank you again. I've got lots of exciting things happening starting soon. I did my holiday catalog pre-order today, so I hope to be showing you a haul video later this week. If you were one of my preferred customers, you should be receiving your holiday catalog later this month. You should start to receive it mid-August. If you took advantage of the bonus day coupons promotion in July, you will be able to start redeeming those this month. So that's excellent. Along with that, you can use it on the Carols of Christmas bundle that you can start ordering today. You can actually get a jump start on your Christmas cards. And so look for some really cute cards using that bundle later this week. Also, if you are local to the Jacksonville, Florida area, which includes Palm Coast, the St. Augustine area, I'm starting up my card classes again this month, so you can find out more details. I would love to have new people in my class, so if you'd like more information, that will be linked down below in today's blog post. But today, this is the card that I'm going to show you how to make. I'm going to start doing a customer appreciation card each week. So if you purchase from me the first week of August, this is going to be the card that you will get in the mail for free as my way of saying thank you. All right, so let's get started, and I hope you enjoyed today's project. All right, I am so excited to be back and showing you one of the customer appreciation cards I'm going to be making in the month of August. So for anyone who purchases from me the first week of August, this is the card that you will receive, or some variation of this. So these are the supplies that you are going to need to make this project. I will include the item numbers as I'm describing the card, but if you are interested in the directions and the dimensions, please head on over to my blog, istampin.com, look for today's post, and you will be able to download the project instruction sheet. So that will have all of the dimensions, like I said, everything that you will need to know step by step on how to create this same card. All right, so let's get started. I've got all of my supplies right here in this basket. I think this will keep me a little bit more organized. So the first thing that you are going to need to do is to grab your cardstock and designer series paper that we're going to be using for this card. I'm using the Whisper White note cards and envelopes. So this is just a 3.5 by 5 size card. And this year we actually have a new color. They retired the crumb cake. I was really sad about that, but they have Very Vanilla and Whisper White. You get 22 a pack, and it does come with a matching envelope. The next thing that you will need to do is to cut a piece of the Petal Garden Designer Series paper. This is a 6 by 6 stack. You're going to cut one piece that measures 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And then what I did is I just am using the floral side of the same paper. And this measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And this is what we're going to be doing our heat embossing on. So before I layer it onto the Whisper White note card, I want to go ahead and do my embossing. Now to do the embossing, you will need to get out Versamark ink, your embossing buddy, and I am using our white Stampin' embossing powder and then our heat tool. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just go ahead and rub the embossing buddy over the top part of the designer series paper, because this is where I'm going to be doing my stamping. And this just eliminates any type of static that our fingers and oils may put on the paper, so that the embossing powder will stick to. I am going to go ahead and use my mini Misty for this. So now what I'm going to do is to take the Versamark ink and go ahead and ink up the stamp. So I am using the Hello Friend stamp set. This is one of our new stamp sets in the annual catalog, and this coordinates with the Hello Friend embossing project kit. So like I said, you'll just want to ink up that hello really good, and then go ahead and stamp it onto your designer series paper. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and move this off. Okay, now I will sprinkle the white embossing powder over this, and we'll heat set it with the heat tool. And if you get some powder where you don't want it, I just like to take a dry paintbrush, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see this a little bit closer. And I just like to gently just brush away the powder. Just like that. Really simple. Just take your time when doing that, and you shouldn't have any issues. So I've grabbed my heat tool, and I'm just going to turn that on to the second setting, let it heat up just for about 15-20 seconds, and then I'll go ahead and take it to paper, or move this to the paper and heat up the powder. All right, so that's what it looks like after we've embossed it. So what I'm going to do next is go ahead and attach this piece of the designer series paper onto the Calypso Coral, and I just want it where this comes up just right below the stamped image. So we've probably got, what is that, maybe a ½ inch down here below. So I'm just going to attach this using my snail. And you can obviously rotate the paper to figure out which way you want the flower design to go. I think I'm going to have it this way. And so that's just going to go right underneath the hello. You can use the lines on your grid mat to help you, just to make sure you're straight. Okay, I think that looks good. Next, I'm going to use our brand new 1/8 inch Whisper White sheer ribbon. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie it around the panel, and what it's going to do is just hide the seam of the two designer series papers, and then we'll just add our leaves in just a second. So I'm just going to tie a simple knot. And I'll have the knot on the right side of the card. So you can see there how it just hides the two designer series papers matching up. Just like that. And I'll go ahead and trim the tails. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is create some leaves for this card. And I pulled out the Bunch of Blossoms stamp set. I'm going to be using this solid image right here, and it coordinates with the Blossom Builder punch. So we'll punch it out with that part of the punch. We'll punch the leaves out using that part. And I'm just going to do some tone on tone stamping. So I have just a scrap piece of old olive cardstock and my old olive ink pad, and you are going to need 2 leaves. So just stamp them both here, and hopefully I stamped them in a good place on this cardstock where I can punch it out. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, so there's my 2 leaves, and I thought it would be kind of neat to give the leaves just a little bit of dimension. So I'm taking my bone folder and I'm just curling the leaves around, and that will just give it a little bit of dimension and kind of give it some interest. So let's go ahead and move this knot over just a little bit. There we go. Because what I'm going to do is tuck the leaves in right where that knot is. And I'm just going to use some mini glue dots. So I'm just going to put a dot right here on this end. Stick it under that. And then do the same thing with the second leaf. There we go. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do, and my ribbon's a little twisted, but I think it will be okay. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and pop this up with dimensionals. And I found when making my sample card that I needed to put dimensionals even in the center part of this. With the heat embossing, I'm not sure if it weighed it down or what, but I noticed that it sagged a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put 9 dimensionals on the back. And if you've followed me, you know that I do like to use a lot of dimensionals. I like to make sure that it's nice and supported and that it's not going to fall when the recipient gets it. So like I said, this is the first card for August for my customer appreciation. Also, the iStampin' Club has some openings to start this month. So I've got some new rounds starting. So if you would like to sign up, be sure and click on the link that will be listed below. It's a great time to sign up. The holiday catalog will be launching in September, so you possibly could be a hostess that month or during the holiday catalog season. All right, guys, so that is the card today. I'm so happy to be back. I hope you like it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed to my iStampin' newsletter. So be sure you hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel as well. And then you can always find me over on Facebook. So all that stuff will be linked below. If you have any questions about today's project, just let me know. Bye, guys.